Let's take a nice comfortable seat and let's just take a nice comfortable seat and we will close our eyes. It's taking a moment to come into presence. Just close your eyes. Take a big deep breath in. Let it out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Relax. Just letting go of anything that's happened up to this moment. And anything that might still need to happen later. And arrive on your mat. Right here, right now. So think of your mat today like we're going on a magic carpet ride. A magic carpet ride into our true selves, into the present moment, into our own being. The mat is the vehicle, and the breath is the gas. So just paying attention to your breath, in through your nose, out through your nose. Cultivating a strong ujjayi. When you're ready, opening your eyes, let's warm up the spine. Inhale, arms lift up, look up. Exhale, hands come down, reach through the fingers as far as you'll go. Inhale, arms lift up, look up. Exhale, reach through those fingers, reach, reach, reach. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, lift up, look up, then twist to your right. Right hand behind you, left hand to your knee. Lengthen through the top of your head, gaze over your shoulder. Let your inhale take you taller and longer. And our exhale, we twist a little bit deeper. Looking forward, unwind. Inhale, arms lift up, look up. Twist to the left, left hand behind you, right hand to your knee. Lengthen through the crown of your head, gaze over your back shoulder. Inhale, lengthen, exhale. Notice if there's room to twist any deeper. Look forward, unwind. And let's just make circles with the spine. So really taking a moment before we dive into sun salutations to get the spine moving, lubricating the joints with synovial fluids, and then when you're ready, moving the opposite direction. And making your way back to center. Let's find that place of equanimity. Plant your left hand down, right arm up and over. Reach through your fingertips. Anchor down through your sit bones. Rotate your rib cage towards the ceiling. Reach, reach, reach as far as you can. Come back to center. Plant your right hand down, left arm up and over. Reaching through your fingertips. Reach, reach, reach. Rotate your rib cage up towards the ceiling. Look up. Really anchoring your sit bones down and come back to center. We're going to come into tabletop position. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. On your inhalation, drop your belly, lift your heart, look up. On your exhalation, pull your belly button towards the ceiling, round your back. Moving in and out of cat-cow at your breath, at your pace. Wiggling around as much as you need to. And making your way back to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Coming high up on your toes, lift your hips towards the ceiling. Press your heels back and down. Pedal your feet. Come home to your downward facing dog. Float your right leg up towards the ceiling. Press out through your heel. Bring your foot back down. Realign your downward facing dog. Float your left leg up towards the ceiling. Bend your knee. Try to kick yourself in the behind. And straighten that foot back out. Bring the foot back down. Realign your downward facing dog. Look forward between your hands. Walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Bring your hands to your shins. Press and lengthen forward. Long spine. Uttanasana. Forward fold. Bring your hands to your shins. Press and lengthen forward. Fold. One more. Bring your hands to your shins. Press and lengthen. And fold. Deep bend in your knees. Take hold of your elbows and hang or rock from side to side. Release your hands outside of your feet. Deep bend in your knees. Ragdoll up one vertebra at a time. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Bringing your shoulders up into your ears. Relax your shoulder blades down your back. Finding your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Inhale, arms sweep up. Bring hands together overhead. Reach up. Reach back. Little baby back bend. Stand tall. Swan dive forward. Uttanasana. Inhale halfway. Fold. Plant your hands. Step or hop back to plank. Core is engaged. Belly lifted. Breathe your way in. We're going to hang out here in plank. Check in with your breath. How much gas are you giving this little trip here as we move along? Can you regulate that gas pedal? The inhale, the exhale. And as we travel this journey on our magic carpet ride, are you clutching the steering wheel? Are you gripping until your fingers are white? Or are you relaxed and enjoying it? Check in with the quality of your mind. Keep breathing, keep checking in. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Just keep coming back to your breath. Look forward between your hands, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Lengthen through, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up, reach high, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, and fold. Plant your hands, take it to plank. Core is engaged, belly lifted, holding your plank here. Can you lower down and hover? Press back up. Lower down and hover. Press up. And as we lower down, we're keeping our elbows at a 90-degree angle. Press up. 2 more, breathe. And press back, downward facing dog. Coming high up on your toes, Lift your hips, press your heels back and down, relax your head and neck. Look between your hands, step or hop to the top of the mat. Lengthen through, fold. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair, sit back deep. Fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to lengthen and fold. Plant your hands, take it to plank. Hold your plank. Now, we're gonna do mountain climbers. Right knee in and back. Left knee in and back. Keep breathing, keep climbing. Go as fast as you'd like or as slow as you'd like. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take it back. Connect with your breath. Look forward between your hands, step, hop, or float. Lengthen through. Fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up, swan dive forward. Inhale to lengthen and fold. Plant your hands, take it to plank. All right, now in our plank, we're gonna come down onto our forearms. Checking in. Core is engaged, belly lifted. We're gonna shift our weight to the right. Pause. Come back to center. Pause. Shift our weight to the left. Pause. Come back to center. Pause, moving at your pace. Pausing in each position. Breathe your way through. You decide how much gas, how little gas. Breathe. All right, knees down, press your hips to your heels. Bring your forehead to the mat. Take a big, deep breath in. Let it out. Big breath in. Let it out. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Look forward between your hands, step or hop to the top of the mat. Lengthen through, fold. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, one plain Jane, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms sweep up, reach high, swan dive forward. Inhale to lengthen and fold. Plant your hands, take it to plank. One breath in plank, in through your nose, out through your nose. Knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. 5 Ujjayi breaths. Look between your hands, step, hop, or float. Lengthen through, fold. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair, sit back deep. Tuck your tailbone, breathe. Can you sit back a little deeper? Fold, Uttanasana. Inhale halfway and fold. Plant your hands, take it to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Upward and downward. Right leg lifts up, reach high, press out through your heel. Bring your knee to your nose at the top of the mat, hug it in, hold it there, take it back and up. Bring your knee in, knee to your nose, top of the mat, hug it in, hold it there, take it back and up. Bring your knee to your nose at the top of the mat, hug it in, hold it there, take it back and up. Bring your knee in, step through Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1, arms lift up, reach high. Hands come down, step back to plank, lower down, chaturanga, inhale upward. Exhale downward, take it back. Left leg lifts up, reach high, bring your knee to your nose at the top of the mat, hug it in, hold it there. Take it back and up. Bring your knee in, knee to your nose at the top of the mat, hug it in, hold it there. Take it back and up. Bring your knee to your nose at the top of the mat, hug it in, hold it there. Take it back and up. Bring your knee in, step through Virabhadrasana 1. Reach up. Back foot is planted, core is engaged. Look up, hug in towards your midline. Sink into your knee. Check in with your breath. Hands come down, step back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing, take it back. 5 Ujjayi breaths. Look forward between your hands, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Lengthen through, fold. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair. Straighten your legs, arms lift up, exhale, hands to heart center. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair, sit back deep. Fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. Fold, plant your hands, take it to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Upward and downward, take it back. Right leg lifts up, reach high. Bring your knee in, step through Virabhadrasana 1, arms lift up, reach up. Hands come down, step back to plank, right wrist underneath your right shoulder, coming into side plank on the right side. You can always bring your left knee down as a kickstand. Keep that core engaged, lifting up. You can lift your left leg for a little added juice. Keep lifting, keep breathing. You got this. Bring that foot down, bring the hand down, come back to plank. Chaturanga, lower down, inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left leg lifts up, reach high, bring your knee in, step through Virabhadrasana 1. Plant your back foot down, arms lift up, reach up. Hands come down, step back to plank. Left wrist underneath your left shoulder, coming into side plank on this side. Right arm lifts. You can lift that right leg if that feels right to you. Breathe. Top arm comes down, come back to plank. Core is engaged, belly lifted, breathe. Keep holding your plank. You got this, keep breathing. Lower down, chaturanga, inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog or child's pose, 5 Ujjayi breaths. Look forward between your hands, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Lengthen through, fold. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair, sit back deep. Straighten your legs, arms lift up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bend your knees, Utkatasana chair, sit back deep. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale to lengthen. Fold, plant your hands, take it to plank. Core is engaged, belly lifted, breathe, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward, take it back. Right leg lifts up, reach high, step through, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Plant your back foot down, arms lift, reach up. Open to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, check in. Straighten the front leg, Trikonasana, triangle on this side. Spiraling your chest open towards the ceiling, look up. Micro bend in the right leg. Press into your feet, arms lift up. Okay, we're gonna spiral the hands to the top of the mat. We're gonna come up onto the toes of the back foot. Now we're moving into a Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Lift your back leg, reach your hands back. Now trying to bring the toes of the left foot down. Try to bring your hips parallel. And then Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Right wrist comes underneath the right shoulder. Left arm lifts up. I'm wobbly today, so don't necessarily pay attention to me. Core is engaged, belly lifted. Top arm comes down. Step back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Yes, that sound you heard was my hand hitting the table. Breathe. Left leg lifts up, reach high. Bring your knee and step through. Virabhadrasana 1 on the side. If you can't have a little fun in yoga, what's the point, right? Breathe, lift up. Open up, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Straighten that front leg, Trikonasana, triangle pose on this side, spiraling your chest towards the ceiling. Lengthen your spine. Micro bend in that front left leg. Press into your feet, arms lift up. We're going to windmill the hands to the top of the mat. We're coming up on the toes of the back foot. And we are coming into Virabhadrasana 3 on this side. Lift your right leg. Reach your right hands back. Toes point down. Lengthen through your spine. Left wrist underneath your left shoulder. Right arm lifts up. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose on the side. Press out through your right foot. Reach through your right fingertips. Top arm comes down. Right leg comes down. Step back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, the child's pose. Shoot those hips back. Bring your forehead to the mat. Take a big breath in. Let it out. Another big deep breath in. Let it out. Soften. Walk your hands back. We're going to shift our weight to one side. Bring our legs forward in front of us. We're going to come into Navasana, boat pose, the most fun pose of all of yoga, depending on who you're asking. Core is engaged, belly lifted, long spine. Lift your legs up. I'm having hip flexor issues, so it's making this posture a little bit harder, but I still love it, so we continue to do it. Reach out through your hands. Breathe your way in. feet down, lengthen through the top of your spine. Reach your hands out, slowly coming back onto your back. Slowly, slowly, slowly draw your knees in. Lift your head, lift your tailbone, turn it into a little ball. Exhale your head down. Rock out your sacrum, rock it all out. All right, so we're gonna bring our feet down onto the mat. We're gonna bring our hands behind our head. We're gonna lift our shoulder blades up off the mat. Now lift your shins parallel to the ground. Yogi bicycles, extend your right leg out, hover above the mat, right elbow towards your left knee, and switch. Moving as fast as you'd like or as slow as you'd like. Strong bodies make strong minds. Where are you going on your magic carpet ride? Where is your brain going? Does it feel hard? Does it feel like it's too much? Or are you telling yourself that you can do it? You're building muscle. You're strengthening the core of your being. Check in, check yourself, check your mind. Have fun. Breathe. I'm having fun. I hope you are too. Breathe. Connect with the breath. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last set. 1, good work, yogis. Lift your head, lift your tailbone, turn into a little ball. Exhale your head down, rock it out from side to side. Rock it all out. All right, bring your feet down on the mat. Bring your hands down at your sides, palms down on the mat. We're gonna press into our heels. Lift your hips up, coming up onto your shoulder blades. Lift, lift, lift. You can even interlace your fingers together underneath you. Isometrically hug your legs together. Lift a little higher. Release your hands. Slowly, slowly coming down. Find the edges of the mat with your feet. Center yourself in the middle. Open your arms out wide like a T. Let your knees fall over to the right as you gently turn your head left. Lift your knees up to center. Let them fall over to the other side as you gently turn your head to the right. Lifting your knees up to center. Extend your legs out on the mat. Arms come down at your sides, palms face up, open to receive. Bringing our magic carpets into park, closing your eyes, beginning to relax into this moment, into this shape, letting go of any tension you might still be holding on to. I'm going to close our practice today with a reading from Meditations from the Mat. It begins with a quote by Siddhir Jonathan Faust. Most of the time, I'm looking outside of myself to have my worldview corroborated. The beauty of yoga is that when we become energetically alive and our mind becomes drawn into direct experience of the moment, we turn inside. It's a new doorway, a new infinite world of possibilities. The doorway to insight is the present moment. So the question is, how do I enter the present moment? For that, the body is an incredible tool. Ralph Gates says, yogis, explorers, and adventurers at heart choose to explore the body. Instead of sailing to different lands or encountering new species of animals or far off peoples, yogis explore the aspects of God's creative genius that is closest at hand. One of the first things we encounter when we decide to follow in the footsteps of the yogis who have gone before us is that the body resides in the present. If we want to make any headway in our practice, we must be present enough to hear our teacher and apply her instructions. Sweating through a demanding yoga class, we are bound to the moment by our body's requirement for guidance. A posture simply won't happen on its own. We must pay attention to the alignment of our feet, our knees, our hips, our spine, our shoulders, our gaze, and our breath. Initially, all this is bewildering, and most new students tire easily. Then, as the weeks turn into months, the body becomes more supple, and at the same time, stronger. We gain new levels of physical endurance, which correspond to our increasing mental endurance. The mind is developing the ability to stay in a posture, to stay in the moment. As this ability deepens, we find that we are able to function on a different plane in everyday life. We are able to stay with a difficult situation, to hold our attention on something in spite of emotional upset. Both pleasant and unpleasant circumstances receive more of our attention. We find that in deepening our relationship to our bodies, we also deepen our relationship to reality. So soften into this reality. Soften into this moment and let go. Deepening your next inhalation. Take a big breath in. Let it out. Another big deep breath in. Let it out. Bring small movements to your toes and to your fingers. And maybe move your head from side to side. When you're ready, bend your knees, bring your feet to the mat. We'll gently and carefully roll to the right side, pausing there for just a moment. Honoring the transition out of the practice as much as we honor the practice itself. Slowly pushing yourself up to a nice, comfortable seated position, eyes closed, hands at heart center. Yoga will teach you so much about yourself. It will help you become flexible in mind, in body, and in spirit. For that, I'm truly grateful. Thank you so much for coming to class today. Namaste.
Good work, yogis.